We're live. Not very clear in here. Let me turn this light on. That'll do. Bit clearer. Is that too bright? Let's turn this off. Okay. This will do. Bit bright, but I think it's okay. I have no subject. Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. My name's Louis. Thank you very much. Right. Let me just tell everyone. We're live. Let's just say it on the Facebook. We're live. And then we're live. Okay. Right, it's going to take a few minutes for you guys to get on. Now, come on, how do we start? How do we start this live stream? We have no topic. We must find music that we can play. Can we find any music that is copyright free, Elvis? Let's have a look. Copyright free music. Let's see if anything comes with Elvis. It's nice to start off with a song, isn't it? So the time at the moment is 8:22 p.m. UK. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Lorna. Hi, Elaine. Free Suspicious Minds. Ooh, that sounds good. Let's have a look.
Save it last,
Ooh, yeah. Come on. Let's do it. This is free. I can play it without getting in trouble.
I'm saving the last take for me.
Yeah, baby. Let's do it, guys. Let's sing it together, guys.
Because I love you too much, baby.
We're doing a sing song.
Why can't you see what you're doing to me?
Come on, guys.
We can't go on together. This is suspicious mind. And we can't build our dreams on suspicious mind. So if I know, I'll try to say hello. Will I still see suspicion in your eyes?
Hi, Sandra. Hi, Lorna. Hi, Gio. Hi, Rhonda. Francis. Colleen. Deborah. And Elaine. Right, are we going to sing it? Together. Hi, Connor. Hi, Renee. So, I'm trying to get into playing a song when we start. Welcome, everybody. I was just trying to play something that is copyright free. Because every time I want to play an Elvis song, it stops me because it says I'm going to get copyrighted. This one actually says free. So tomorrow I'll know, because what YouTube does, it notifies me. It says you have copyright, blah, blah, blah. But it does give me the option to trim it out, to remove it. So it's good. It's good that YouTube allow me to do that. Should we just see what this next one is a minute? Hang on. Dancing in the jail. Well, that isn't Elvis. Come on, we want copyright free Elvis. Let's try this one. You ain't sent to some place where it was just a lie. You ain't sent to some place where it was just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't never had a dog. Keep on hold time. You ain't never had a dog. Keep on hold time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Sent to some place where it was just a lie. You sent to some place where it was just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't never had a dog. Rocking all the time. So this footage, which is more or less over now, a few more seconds, isn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this the earliest known color footage of Elvis ever? Is that right? What year? You tell me, guys. Was it early 1955? You tell me, guys. You ain't no friend of mine. Yeah, come on. So we, I thought today, right, let me just see where we are on this. We've had, you know, with the whole salt tablet thing and Elvis is the man and all this serious stuff, I thought, come on, let's have a bit of fun. So we're going to have a bit of fun instead of being so serious. Let's have a look. What else is it going to give us? I have no idea what we're going to play. Let's try this one. But just quickly check your comments. So welcome to everybody. It's about 8:30 in the UK. You got Stacey and Linda and Francis, there's Lorna and Amy and Gio and Sandra and Elaine and Jane. Let's have a look. Rhonda. I'm getting a lot of messages. You lot are chatting on the 24/7 Facebook Messenger. You keep bleeping every time you're talking to each other. You're bleeping me. Got Lisa, Stacy, Linda. Yeah, man, salt tablets. The funny thing is, let's just click that off a minute. The funny thing is with the salt tablets is that some of you have proved that salt tablets can make you sweat, and some of you have proved that salt tablets stop you from sweating. Yeah, it's you couldn't make it up, could you? And quite a few of you have sent me the clip. Where is it? Shall I read it? Actually, quite a few of you have sent me the clip in the book. You know, I can't even say his name. Let me just see where it is. Hang on. There's a a section in the book. So Peter Guralnick's book. Someone actually has sent me the clip in this book, Careless Love, that Elvis is the man is using as his evidence, because Gracelands has said the book is truth, which is rubbish, because not everything in Peter Guralnick, I can't say it, in Peter Guralnick's book is true. But someone has sent me the passage. If you read the passage, it doesn't actually say that Elvis took the tablets to swear. Yes, it says that he had this conversation with Jackie Wilson, but it actually says that he may have took them to lose weight. Yeah. So come on, guys. There's no evidence here. There's no evidence. And when it mentions Larry Geller, it doesn't say that Larry Geller actually said it. He sort of says there's a recollection that he recalls. It's not the same. So you're going to laugh, guys. I actually have sent Larry Geller a message. I'm going to show you it. Now, Larry Geller has messaged me before. I'll show you what he said to me. Now, I said to get Larry Geller in 2015, this is no lie, on the 21st of June at 11 a.m., because I've always been a fan of Larry Geller, and I went through a phase of being very spiritual. So I started to understand, about meditation and spirituality, my true self, and I thought, I'm going to message Larry. So I messaged Larry, and it says, I'll show you it here, but you can't. Can you read that? If you pause your, when you come back to it, and he actually replied, "Hello, Larry. I just want you to know, I think you are the most important thing that happened to Elvis." Now, you've got to understand why I said that. I felt after, don't forget, this is 9 years ago, not ever knowing that I was going to have an Elvis channel. I felt, because I got into spirituality, and I had a lot of these books as well, that I related to Larry Geller, because he was the one that introduced Elvis to all these different books, these different religions and spirituality. So I wanted to message him because I was into it at the time. And I said, I'm very spiritual and have loved Elvis since I was, on here I say 7, yeah? But it was actually before then. He changed my life without ever knowing. I feel his true essence every day and have always known he was much more than just his body and voice. Thank God he found you so the world can now know who he really was. And the reason I said this, this is 2015. The reason I said this was because I feel, I don't know I know that not all of you are into Larry Geller. I know that. We know about the book burning that Priscilla made Elvis do. We know the Memphis Mafia didn't like Larry. The Memphis Mafia weren't happy that Elvis had started looking into things from a spiritual point of view, started trying to understand all different kinds of religions. Yeah. Obviously, come on, in the 60s, you've got Flower Power is coming in, isn't it? In this late, I'm more on about late 60s, early 70s. You've got the rise of spiritual teachings, and books that were very cool, with the Beatles. My point is, I felt that Larry helped Elvis open his eyes to more than just Christianity, even though I'm Christian, yeah. And I think Elvis was doing it anyway already, but I do think Larry helped Elvis, how can I say it, see the world in a different way, see his own life, his own existence in a different way. And Elvis was looking for answers, he was looking for purpose, He was trying to understand why me. I think we know this. Elvis was asking a lot of questions. The searcher, we know that he was searching. And I just think when I sent this message to Larry, I was looking for answers. So I reached out to Larry, and then he just gave me a very short answer. It says, Louis, thank you for your very kind words. They mean everything to me. This is what Larry said. Louis, thank you for your very kind words. They mean everything to me. Now, I loved that answer because him saying to me, they mean everything to me, is as good a compliment as you're ever going to get from Larry Geller. And bearing in mind, he replied the next day at 3:57 a.m. So isn't that around midnight in America? And I've kept this, and I've always been very proud of it. Yeah, you can see it's Larry Geller's. And do you know what? I don't even know if I'm on his friends. Let's just have a look. No, I'm not on his friends. Look, add friend. It's funny because I'm going to press add. But anyway, my point is, guys, we've been talking about the salt tablets. Yeah, the salt tablet thing. You know, it's like an episode of Dallas, isn't it? Who killed JR? Yeah, this is like, did Elvis take salt tablets? So today I messaged him because it was all these different points of view. Some think he said it, some think he didn't say it. Some people think salt tablets make you sweat. Some people think salt tablets don't make you sweat. It was all going on. I've had Vibex. Is Vibex there today? Vibex, are you there? I've had Vibex send me some brilliant emails, giving me some medical proof that salt tablets do not work. Yeah. And she really does do a great job, Vibex. She does a lot of medical research. She's brilliant at it. Are you there, Vibex? I don't think Vibex is there. Anyway, so I thought, do you know what? I'm going to ask him. So it basically, I sent Larry a message and I said, hi, Larry, sorry to bother you. Now, don't forget, the reason I've asked Larry is because Elvis the Man, you know, the channel, David, whatever his name is, has used Larry and the book, Peter Goralnik's book and Graceland's as his proof that the salt tablets were taken by Elvis to make him sweat when he performed, which you know I think is ridiculous. So Larry is in the mix. He's in the mix. So I have sent Larry a message saying, hi, Larry, sorry to bother you. My channel is Defending Elvis Presley. Now, Larry does not know I have a Defending Elvis channel. Hi, Larry, sorry to bother you. My channel is Defending Elvis Presley. Can I ask you, did Elvis ever take salt tablets? Did Elvis ever take salt tablets? Yeah? And we're going to find out, guys, because he may reply. He may respond. Now, remember that Peter Goralnik, in his book, has said that it's possible that he recalls Larry may have said something about salt tablets and that Elvis thought it would be a good way to lose weight. So now let's read out the comment. Let's have a look. I'm going to read. This is the section of the book. I did take a picture of it so I wouldn't struggle to find it. Now, the book is called Careless Love. It's a biography. And Maxi, if you're there, Maxi, are you watching? Maxi has posted me this section of the book that Graceland has said this book is truthful, is truth. This is what Elvis is the Man is trying to use as his proof to say that Elvis did take salt tablets. And so sorry, the kids are in the background. Right, let's have a listen. Right, and before I read it, I'm going to read your comments quickly. Right, let's have a look. So hi, Deborah. Right, Elvis was a searcher. He always asked why I was chosen. Right, most of them mocked his beliefs. What did it have to do with anyone? Elaine, that's so nice of Larry. Yeah, Elaine, I couldn't believe that he replied. I was 9 years ago, mind. My grandma was Bing Crosby's cousin, so I am related to the woman who shot JR. I love Bing Crosby. I love Bing Crosby. Always have. Also, let's have a look. Yeah, Elaine's partially famous. So I have asked Larry, Elaine, does anyone think he's going to reply? Guys, if I'm wrong, I'll put my hands up and say I'm wrong. I'm not so stubborn that I won't admit I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I definitely don't think Elvis took salt tablets to sweat on stage. I laugh at that. But I'll eat my hat if I have to. Elvis may have taken, let's have a look. Elvis may have taken salt tablets to replace salt loss when sweating on stage. Do you know what, Elaine? We weren't there, but I just don't think so. Oh, sorry. No one's convinced me yet. Let's have a look. He's great to the fans, so he may reply. I hope so, Elaine. Yeah. Right, let's just go further back, see if I've missed any other comments. Water pill. Oh, yeah, this is what keeps getting brought up. Sandra, thank you very much. Water pills, diuretics, make you sweat. I have CHF and I sweat a lot, but not salt tablets. Elvis had CHF too. So, yes, Sandra has commented this, and Elvis is the man. Did mention this whole diuretics thing. Diuretics. But come on, Elvis is the man. Make up your mind. Was it some kind of diuretic or was it salt tablets? Come on, you can't just please yourself. Let's get to the thing that you're actually saying. The Jackie Wilson story keeps getting re-mentioned. Stick to your story. No changing the story because you're getting quite a few comments from different Elvis fans that disagree. Right, let's have a look. Elvis would not need to take anything to make him sweat. The hot stage lights and vigorous workout he got wild from him. Why would he do this? I don't think so. Francis, that's where I'm coming from. If anything, Elvis may have taken them to replace salt after he lost a lot of salt through his sweating on stage. You mean like electrolytes? I can't rule it out, Elaine. I don't think so. I just can't rule it out. Hi, Natalie. I'm watching the live with Jack Daniels and Coke on the rocks. All right, yeah, come on. You're talking to an ex-bar owner. I had 4 bars. Jack Daniels was blooming expensive, very expensive. Let's have a look. I actually still own 3 bars, but they're rented. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, I think I've got all you. I just told my brother a lot of things that he didn't know about Priscilla, and he said, "I sure wish Elvis was here to tell us about everything." Yeah. That's why we're here, guys. That's why we're defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth because he can't do it. Elvis cannot do it, so we're going to try and do it. This is a little bit part of the reason I'm a little bit annoyed by Elvis is the man, because I don't feel that he's defending Elvis properly. I think that he does sometimes, but this particular salt thing, the Dallas salt, yeah, who shot JR, yeah, who took the salt tablet. I just think, come on, makes Elvis look silly. Right, I think we're caught up. Hi, Renee. Renee's in the house. Don't forget Renee's brilliant channel, Hidden Minds. And don't forget Amy is here. I can see Amy is having a right good chat on our Yeah, we like Dallas. Come on. I was addicted to Dallas as well. We love Dallas. Oh, I'm forgetting. What's the one that... Oh, do you know what? I need to bring back my memory. The one that was married to Patrick Duffy in Dallas. What was her name again? Let's do a bit of fun here. Come on, let's put a bit of Dallas on just for a bit of fun. We're just having a bit of fun tonight, guys. Are we ready? Are we going to...
3 days in Dallas, Texas from a...
Right, guys, are we going to get copyrighted? I'm going to do it. Come on, let's go back in time a little bit. Victoria Principal. Oh, God. I fancied her so much. Victoria Principal. Right. Let's... Are we ready, guys? Does that... Come on, we're on a time machine, guys. We're going back in time. Now, what year was the first year of Dallas? Come on, who knows? Right, so Victoria Principal. Victoria Principal. Okay, let's have a look. See if anything comes up.
After 25 years in the entertainment business, first as a TV
hang on, let me just turn this down a minute. We want Victoria Principal in the 80s, not now. It's a bit short. Come on, we need more than that. I didn't know she sang. You know what? I didn't know Victoria Principal sang. Didn't know that. I just noticed Jean's comment. Is it substance use disorder nurse? And she says, Louis, diuretics and salt pills are two different things. Yeah. And that you're a nurse, Jean. Now, this is the funny thing. If you go to Elvis is the Man's video and you go through the comments, you've got different people giving different reactions to his video. And in one of them, he tries to say, oh, you know, maybe it wasn't salt tablets. Maybe it was diuretics. Yeah. So come on. He's trying to be a doctor. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Go and look at the comments for yourself. Click through. Right, so I have noticed that you guys are having a right good chat on the 24/7 Messenger. Who is it? It's Melissa and Jean and Natalie and Amy and Patty. What are you talking about? Let's have a look. You lot are having a right giggle. Priscilla has tried to erase Ginger. Ginger has been silenced in a way, and Ginger will more than likely outlive her. So Ginger will have the final word. I'm going to need him to drop these photos when he took her to Brazil to meet his family when she was pregnant with the little waste of space to tell his parents they were getting engaged. I'm nosy. I'm being nosy on your conversation, ladies. Yeah. Let's have a look. I mean, he did auction off a peek at her in her hotel room on one of his lives. All right, girls, we're having a good chat. Hi, Vibex. She broke up with the Gibb brothers, and he killed himself not long afterwards. Barry said this congestive heart failure is no joke. But right, so Victoria Principal was with the Gibb. He's the good-looking one of the Gibbs, yeah, of the Bee Gees, yeah. The heart. He was the heartthrob, wasn't he? I mean, they were so talented, weren't they? All of them. Yeah, 24/7. My God, guys, come on, look. Wee! Can you see it? We are talking constant. Should we just flick through? Let's have a look. Let's see if I can see. Was there a newspaper clipping I just saw there? Let's have a look. So who is that? Guys, what are you up to? Let's have a look. Oh, there is a newspaper clipping. The Shroud of Turin venture by Morgan Maxfield. Yeah, I heard about this. He's the guy that Priscilla was engaged to, that was trying to organize the opening of the Graceland Museum, yeah? And he died in a plane crash. And one of the things he was involved in was the Shroud of Turin, the actual real one, wasn't he? So that's interesting, guys. Let's have a look. Anyway, I still want to make it fun. So let's go back to fun. Right. Let's just check your comments. Substance use disorder. Thank you for your expertise. I like Ginger and believe her. Deborah, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's have a look. I like Ginger. She has recollection that never changed. Dick Grove, the one who started all the untruths about Ginger. Right. I mean, I'm no expert on Ginger Alden, if we're talking about Ginger Alden, but I will say that I keep coming back to the fact that, I think I said this morning, they weren't together very long. Was it 9 months? That to me puts the whole relationship into question. So I'm not a massive believer that Elvis was going to marry Ginger. Now, you guys are going to have different views as well. Elaine, I asked you, Elaine, do you think Elvis would have married Ginger? What do you think? Some of the Memphis Mafia were actually jealous of Ginger, spending time with Elvis when they wanted his attention. They sound like sport kids. Elvis kept Ginger away from the Memphis Mafia for that reason. Right, Elaine, I'm gonna. That reminds me of something. So I'm gonna show you, if I can find them, my Ginger Alden videos. I've done a few. It's Billy Smith talking about Ginger Alden. Let's have a look. Billy Smith. Now he didn't like her. Let's just see if it comes up. I tend to just type it in and hope it's going to come up. Let's have a look. Here we go.
Ginger came on the scene. Ginger Alden. Ginger is a very pretty woman, and she was young. Here's a 22-year-old that's got a lifestyle that she likes, and here's a 42-year-old that's done everything in the world and not too much interested in him anymore. She acts like she don't want to be around sometimes. I said, Ginger likes showing you off. The fact that she's going with you, she wants her family to meet you, her friends to meet you, and she enjoys nightclubs, pool parties, and in order to hold her, you've got to go to her lifestyle and not so much expect her to do all yours. Experienced a whole year of him and Ginger, and I am sick to the bone of it. And I told my wife, I said, I am sick of it. I said, I wish he would ditch her, get somebody else. I said, but nothing you say. He seems to change his mind. I've just about had it. I said, I just can't handle it. She said, look, I'll never will forget that because it stood out. She said, just bear with him. She said, because, we might not have him long. Ginger came on the scene.
Well, I made that about a year ago, I think. So come on, guys. It's very, that to me is evidence. That is as good as you get. I love evidence when it's from the horse's mouth, from somebody who was with Elvis every day. That is a genuine interview, that is. And yes, I shortened it because I think I did a part 1, a part 2, a part 3, a part 4. He clearly did not like Ginger. So he also, I think in one of the other ones, he hints that there was another girl, and he definitely did not think Elvis was going to marry Ginger. So Elaine is saying, let's have a look. Elaine is saying that he now speaks differently about her. The video is weird as his most recent ones praises her. See, and this is what I was trying to say. People are very defensive about Billy Smith. They're very like, if you don't say everything that they want you to say about Billy Smith and his views on things and his memory, how he recalls things, people get a bit touchy. But even Billy Smith, his story has changed over the years. So I love Billy. I love his channel. But even people that were very close to Elvis, you can't change the fact that it's been 40, nearly 50 years. And if you were with him in the 50s, even longer. So memories fade. People forget things. People have rose-tinted memories. So we always have to try and analyze things, I think. Yeah. So look, Elvis became very knowledgeable with all kinds of meds. Yeah, I know about that. He had his own book. Is it called a PDC or something? I don't think he was ignorant as to why he would have taken them if he did. I read where he did drink a lot of Gallotrade to replenish. I don't know about that, but no, he knew about his medications. He knew about them. He had become an expert in them. Yeah, I believe that. Don't forget, we know Elvis was a very, very smart man. Very smart. How often does it happen that people find each other and outsiders don't understand what keeps these couples together? That's life. Elvis Presley saw something in her. That's enough for me. Diana, are you talking about Ginger Alden? Yeah, of course. They got engaged. I don't know if they were in love. I still think 8 or 9 months, and there's a possibility that he was seeing another girl as well. I understand that some people have a real soft spot for Ginger Alden. I get that, because I hear a lot of you praising Ginger Alden. I'm not against her. I think she's lovely. Yeah, I think Ginger Alden is great. But I'm not convinced that they were going to get married. Definitely not. No way. Not for a second. Let me just see if we can get some more videos about Ginger Alden. Let's have a look with anyone talking about her, because I've done quite a few Ginger Alden videos. Let's just see what comes up. I tend to just type it and see what's going to come up. Right. Is that one?
When did Elvis propose and how did he?
No, we can play that in a second. I just want to see if any of mine come up. Right, here we go. Right, here we go, guys. Right, let's listen to this. Is one of my ones, yeah?
A lot of untruths were being said regarding mine and Elvis's relationship, a lot of exaggerations. And
what were some of the untruths?
Well, just that Elvis wasn't happy, or we argued a lot, things like that, which was not true. And so I wanted to set the record straight, and I waited until my son, who just turned 20 this past August 20th, went off to college. And I sat down, and it took me about 2 years, and I put together all of my memoirs, and finally I had my book.
There's a perception that has lingered for many years that when just before Elvis died, that he was unhappy, that he was this big guy who was just not the old Elvis that we all knew, that he had maybe even lost his will to live.
Right up until the day he died. I mean, there are just things that I've seen in books, and I said this wasn't what I witnessed. This wasn't the person I loved. This wasn't how he was those last, 9 months, and I was with him 98% of the time. Untruths were being said.
And and I've watched that many times. She's not happy with the way Elvis was portrayed in that last year. So I want to quickly read some of your comments, because some of you are quite emotional about Ginger, which is fine. Right, okay. Let's have a look. How often, let's have a look. Right. How often does it happen that people find each other? Oh no, we've read this. The next one down. Billy apologized because of the whole thing. Did Elvis buy Ginger an engagement ring? And I've done some pretty good videos on the engagement ring. I'll see if I can find it. I just want to read some of your comments. Just because someone likes going to nightclubs doesn't mean that the person has a bad character. That's different. I agree. Yeah. Let's have a look. Melissa. Let me just scroll up a bit. Why do people want to take away from Ginger that Elvis gave her an engagement ring? Regardless if Elvis was going to say, I do. He willingly gave her an engagement ring. No other woman got that. That's a fair comment, Melissa. She's very proud of it. I've seen quite a few nice videos. And I've made quite a few nice videos about Ginger Alden's engagement to Elvis. Alicia went on record to say that she was not going to turn up. I'm sure I saw that on another Elvis channel last year, but who knows? All right, so sorry, I missed a comment. This is Elaine, yeah? The other girl who was going on tour was called Alicia Kerwin, as Ginger could not go on the first couple. Sorry, I just jumped up then. Of shows. Elvis did not like to sleep alone, so it wasn't always sex with any woman. Yeah. So you're Elaine, are you saying that he was also seeing Alicia Kerwin at the same time as Ginger Alden? Right. So then Sandra, I love Billy and Joel, but they are in law. They're in a lawsuit now over the dojo with the spa guy. So I think they watch what they say. That's fair enough. Let's have a look. I think Elvis thought if he was married, he could go for full custody of Lisa. And I have read this. So if you're going to discredit Ginger with Alicia, then you have a lot of Linda discrediting to do, because Elvis was with a ton of women during her. So I'm not discrediting anything. I'm just trying to raise the facts. I think Elaine was giving us some facts. So I have no favorites. Yeah, I like Ginger Alden. I like Linda Thompson. I don't know much about Alicia, so I can't really comment on Alicia. So I'm definitely not discrediting anyone. Yeah, my view with Ginger Alden on getting married to Elvis is just that they weren't together long enough. I don't think the relationship was cemented. Isn't it true that she didn't even live with Elvis? And quite a few times she didn't go to the shows with him. She didn't really want to. Sometimes she did, sometimes she didn't. I just don't think it was, they've been together very long. And then through all that, he's going through the problems with the Memphis Mafia tell-all book being released. He's going through his very, very chronic sicknesses and pain and discomfort. And then he's also going through this ugly divorce settlement that is still going on in 1977. So surely that affected the relationship. Surely that if she was with Elvis through that very, very difficult time that was, I think, horrible for Elvis, his mind wouldn't have been just on him and Ginger Alden. He had so many other very serious things happening within that last year. So do I think Ginger Alden was the top of his thoughts? Don't know, guys. I think it was a complex year for him, a complex year. So, we just have to, as outsiders looking in, that's all we could do. Right. Alicia Cohen was a companion to him, so he did not sleep alone. He could call up any woman to be with him. Melissa, I agree 100%. It took years that Elvis Presley proposed to Lisa, and Linda was never asked. When you know, you know. Do you know what? My views on would Elvis have wanted to marry Linda Thompson? I don't think so, because they split up and he had other girlfriends. So probably not. Now, do I think Linda Thompson played quite a pivotal, important period in Elvis's life for that first year they got together? Yeah, probably. I think she helped him move on from Priscilla. I know he had other girlfriends, but she was a great stepping stone at the very least. Yeah. Now, many of you are not happy because of the amount of money that she was spending. Elvis was extremely generous with Linda, and we know that the spending got a bit carried away with Linda. I've read it many times. Billy E told him he would never remarry. He said Elvis wanted to keep his woman, so they believed he would marry them. Margaret, that could be true. That could be true. He made them all feel very special, didn't he? He made them feel like he was the only one. Come on, she was the only one. He did that to Anita Wood. If I played you now, the Anita Wood conversation, that wasn't it around 1957 or 6? Elvis is covering his back. He's being very charming, and then he gets a bit moody with her, doesn't he? And calls her a nagging old woman. So Elvis knew how to charm the girls, even though he was seeing sometimes 2 or 3 at the same time. Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. Priscilla's yard sale. I'm not really sure what that is. Sorry. Kathy wasn't Kathy Westmoreland a backup bed companion when he was on tour, so he didn't have to sleep alone? Could be, Tracy. Could be. EP loved women and had a blatant waste of beautiful women. I don't think another marriage would have lasted. He was not monogamous by nature. Diane, I only agree with that after he became famous. I think if Elvis had not become famous, he would have been a different person. He would have been much more religious, a real family man with a large family, probably would have done very well in his career, hardworking young man. So I agree. Once fame took hold, he was not a monogamous man. Yeah. What I like about Ginger is she never said anything bad about E. Also, we know that the daily life was like because of her book. His biggest issue was her immaturity view, not Elvis. Fair enough. I will say this, Margaret. She did go on to make a film. I mentioned this yesterday. Just after Elvis died, around 1979, a film was released and she was one of the stars in it, and it was loosely based on Elvis's life. So I do think that she also wanted to use the fact that she was Elvis's last girlfriend to help her career. I do think that. I know that she very quickly got married and settled down, had a small family, but they all did it. They all tried to make money off the fact that they were once with Elvis. It's still happening today, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen Sandra. I've seen the Sheila Ryan interviews. What I like, let's have a look. You have to look at the way he proposed to Ginger. Will you marry me as opposed to Priscilla? It's time to get married. Should we find it? Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find it, yeah? Let's have a look.
When did Elvis propose, and how did he propose?
It was on January the 26th, one afternoon, and I had been up at Graceland, and he had been in the other room. He always had things going on around me that I never knew about, and he took my hand and took me into the lounge area of his bathroom, and I sat down in a black chair, and he got down on his knees, and then he asked me, he just said, "I'm asking you, will you marry me?" And of course I said yes. It was just, it was also beautiful.
And then what were your plans? When were you going to be married? When was the announcement going to be made?
He was going to make the announcement when he played here the Saturday night. He was going to have his concert here in Memphis from the stage.
Well, Melissa's not going to like me saying this, but that he was going to make the announcement bit, I just can't accept that. We know that that is true. I cannot accept it. He was going to make the announcement. I dispute that. I dispute that as a massive maybe. Sorry, Melissa. Please don't hate me. Right, let's have a look. In case Louis doesn't see your message, his daughter failed. Yeah, she failed. Let's call it a stepping stone to the past. So she's all right. She's a tough girl. She just went out and had fun with her friends down the pub. Elvis did say when and if he got married, he wanted to have more than one child because he didn't want them to be the only child. I believe that. I believe Elvis was going to have a massive family. But no, he was too talented and he was too gifted, beautiful, amazing. It wasn't going to happen. Yeah, Gio says we all need a stepping stone. Tell that to my wife. What I can't get over is the film This Is Elvis, 1981. Some of the real Memphis Mafia starred in it, and they went upstairs. Elvis, yes, Elaine, you know I hate that. I hate it. Hate it. They should not have done it. I think Ginger Alden was asked to do it, wasn't she? But she didn't do it, which is great. Let's have a look. Louis, back in 2020, when Priscilla had a yard sale trying to sell her dollies and everything else. Oh, I didn't know that, Jean. It doesn't surprise me, but I didn't know that. Ginger said she did not realize the film would be so negative. All right, this is the 1979 film. Do you know what? I like watching it because she looks beautiful, isn't it? Doesn't she? She's stunning in that film. And that would have been how she looked when Elvis was with her. So I find that a bit fascinating. Right, so Tracy, I agree with you regarding the announcement of the engagement. Once again, hearsay. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I still keep repeating myself. 8 or 9 months. It's not long enough, guys. But it's just my opinion. I didn't know the new Netflix documentary had a Priscilla input. It's just going to be the same old thing. Yeah, and we announced it on here about the new Elvis documentary. Well, I didn't know that Priscilla was involved in it, but is anyone surprised? So I'm quite worried about that. If it's Priscilla's part of it, I'm worried because it's always done to make people try and feel sorry for Priscilla and that she's the victim, you know. So I am worried about that. Yeah, are we talking about Marilyn Monroe with Elvis for Bex? I think that just didn't happen. Didn't they meet and not get on? Is that true? Does anyone know the history there? Teresa, she loves Anne Margaret. We know that. Come on, we all love Anne Margaret. We are all Anne Margaret fans. Let's have a look. Elvis met Anne Margaret once on the Paramount movie set. She was 9 years older than him, and there was no romance. Elvis did not genuinely go for older women. Well, it depends how much older, doesn't it? He went out of many women in their 20s, many women, but 9 years older, yeah. That's quite a lot older than Elvis. So I see that, yeah. I recommend reading Ginger's book. The speculation will stop where information is lacking. Rumors arise. Diana, I hate reading. So if the book is 2 pages long, I will read it. Elvis proposed to Ginger after 2 months. I've heard from Ginger. Okay. I don't know about that. I don't know how long after Elvis met Ginger that he proposed to her. I have no idea. Do any of you know? Obviously, Vivek's no. Is that correct? What Vivek's is saying? I questioned if they set the date. The timing seems too convenient. Yeah, the whole Christmas thing, wasn't it? They were going to get married at Christmas. Don't know, guys. If he was so in love and wanted her for his wife, why was he still seeing other women? It's a very good point, Tracy. It's a very good point. I'm not going to watch it then if she's involved. Yeah. I'm going to try and find out more about it. I'll look it up, do some research. I just watched an Elvis channel announce it. Apparently, she invited Darling Love to be on it. Darling Love sent out a post to Tracy. Let me take a picture. I'm going to take a picture of that comment because I'm interested to know about that. Let's have a look. Right. We can't believe everything someone puts in the book. Many, many tell fibs. They sure do, especially about salt tablets. Let's have a look. I don't believe that he proposed at all. He said he'd never marry again. Joy, it's possible. It's very possible. Okay, maybe it was a lie. Ginger was not a yes woman like all the other women were. Elvis liked that, and it was a challenge to him. Yeah, I mean, I would never call Linda Thompson a yes woman. She's a strong-minded lady, wasn't she? So, I don't know. Elvis, I don't know. I think Elvis, he picked some pretty fiery women in his life, didn't he? So, do I think Elvis was with a bunch of yes women? I don't think so. I just don't. Linda, why won't you open your eyes? Laugh out loud. No, what I meant, Melissa, was I don't think Linda was a yes woman. I don't think she was a. I think she would have stood up for herself at times. She would have stood up to Elvis. Come on, when you argue with your boyfriend, you stand up for yourself, don't you? Ginger was immature and liked to party. I can't comment on that. This is Joy. I can't comment on that because I know nothing about Ginger. Elvis thought he remarried, he would get full custody of Lisa. Elvis, I heard, and I've had that comment sent to me quite a few times, Pat. Who knows? At the stage of his life, he knew his health was deteriorating rapidly, and a big reason why I don't believe he proposed. He was very, very sick. He was very, very sick. He was going for a crazy divorce settlement, and you got the Memphis Mafia book coming out. So it's an odd time to go, oh, let's get married. But we weren't there. We don't know. I read if Elvis suspected her of cheating. She stayed away from Grayson a lot and went to clubbing with friends. I read Elvis investigate and what she was doing when not with him. I've read that as well, Margaret. I've read that as well. I think Linda did what she was told. That's why the Memphis Mafia liked her. She made their job easier. I just think they liked her. I just think she got on well with them. Yeah, that's the impression I get. You know, all I can really do is watch a load more Linda interviews and try and read between the lines. So I don't have a problem with Linda. I don't. I think she comes across pretty genuine to me. Yes, she likes money. She likes spending. She likes the nicer things in life. But I'm not anti-Linda. Not at all. I brought that up and Emil responded that Jason immediately saw that through Priscilla's two-dimensional portrayal of Elvis. I hope that not just a wishful thinking. Billy Smith said Elvis didn't propose and said he was tired of her not being supportive. I read this as well, Joy. Let's have a look. Elaine. Linda was a yes woman because she believed him, and when Elvis said she was the only one and stayed another 3 years knowing that he was seeing others, if she was not, she would have left after the first year. I get that, Elaine. I get that. But come on. that could be a money thing, couldn't it? You know, in this, Melissa will like this. She could have stayed because of the money, because of the you know, the lifestyle she was living with Elvis. She knew by leaving Elvis, everything would change, and maybe she was hanging on for that. I don't know, but I personally don't think Linda was a yes girl. I think she got used to the lifestyle. I really do. But there come a point where she'd had enough. I also think didn't Elvis squeeze her out? Didn't he find a home for her so she would move out of Gracelands because he had other girlfriends? Billy Smith said that they played racquetball and he and Ginger had a bad fight because he wanted her to go to the main tour with him and she didn't want him to. That was the day he died. Yeah. We've read, Mary, we've all read this so many times. It's just sad, isn't it? It's very sad to hear. I think Linda Thompson loved Elvis. I do as well, Joy. I do. I think she still does. Elvis did not want to marry anybody. And that could be true, couldn't it? It could be true that Elvis had no intention of ever marrying again, ever. And after Priscilla Presley, I'm not surprised. Ginger and Ricky Stanley. Right. Of course she did. Her pageant smile never goes away, even when she's talking about Elvis' drug use. I must admit, Melissa, I don't like when Linda Thompson talks about Elvis's drugs, because I think she should bring up the fact that he was chronically unwell, chronically sick, as well. Yeah, I would prefer that. In fact, anyone talking about Elvis's prescribed medication, I'd rather they also bring up the fact that he was so sick, so desperate. Yeah, I wish more of that was said. Ginger was with him reluctantly, but it was a mum pushed the relationship, hence she was not at Graceland very often. I suppose she got bored being of a different generation from Elvis. And I've read that. I think that's what Billy Smith was saying, isn't it? She still wanted to go out and party. Joy, he proposed, but I think he changed his mind shortly after she got the ring, but material things meant nothing to him. Yeah, that Margaret, it's possible. He gave away many rings. He sure did. He definitely did. I like Linda. I do like Linda. He gave many women's rings. I like Ginger as well. I like Ginger. I like Mindy. Yeah. Melissa, she laughs after some serious issues she's being spoke about. I find that really weird. Fair enough. I do like that Linda, she was good at looking after him. We thank her for that. Yeah, I agree, Elaine. I agree. Margaret, reportedly Linda had an affair with Glenn Harding, the piano player. Yes, I think we all know about this. I've read it a few times. Teresa, Elvis and Anne would stay together. And Margaret, we all love Anne Margaret. Come on. It was easy for them to love Elvis due to his kindness and generosity. And I'm just going to move this over here so I don't have to keep looking like that, like a bent head. Hi, Helen. Elvis loved women. Yep, don't we all? The only way Elvis would remarry would be if he got full custody of Lisa Marie for a stable home, and Lisa never wanted to leave and cried. Right. My opinion, Elvis loved Linda, but she indicated the relationship turned into a friendship, not physical. Yeah, Margaret, I've read that. Margaret, you've done a lot of research. I can tell that. And so has Tracy as well. I can see that as well. Margaret, it was David Briggs, Elvis's keyboard player. Thank you, Tracy. But the ring he gave Ginger had... So let me just... the ring he gave Ginger... Where are we? Had the stone from the TCB ring. Yeah, and I've made a video about this. Thanks, Vibex. Okay, right. We're getting to the end of it. Right, guys, I can't really hang about much longer. I wanted to get an hour in. So should we try and just play one more song that is copyright free before I go? So we've had a brilliant chat, quite heated chat. come on, guys, we're just debating. We have different views. It's okay. Many of you are giving us your research. I can see that many of you on this live chat tonight have done a lot of research and know what you're talking about. You guys know what you're talking about. So I really do appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Right, come on, let's play a song. We're going to play some music before we go, yeah? Elvis, of course. Let's see what comes up. Come on, give me some good ones. What is this? No, we want something. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see if this is any good, yeah?
Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can?
You can sing it, guys.
Surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For falling in love with you. I could never float surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't falling in love with
That's it, guys. Let's just turn it down a bit. Well, thanks, guys. We're going to try and incorporate some music when we can. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you in the morning. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. Love that song. Beautiful, beautiful. Touches your heart, doesn't it? So, very interesting discussion tonight, guys. Very interesting. Hope no one is upset. Melissa and just a few of you, don't take it personally. We're just debating and we're just trying to sort of hear everyone out. Everyone's entitled to how they feel. So thanks, guys. All the best. And I will see you all soon. Please subscribe. Please become a member and like and that. And we'll see you soon, guys. You take care. All the best to you. I'm sending you lots of love. Lots of love.